We've got to look at BCE, Quebecor, Shaw, Telus, and Rogers. So let's take a look at what they were doing today and what they've done over the past short while. We'll start off with BCE. So it's been relatively flat over the past year. You see like a really nice climb right up until April. It had a really steep climb in the early part of April, and an equally steep drop off, which was a good warning for everybody to say something was going on. Probably a good exit point there. Another good exit point at the other 100-day moving average cross, and definitely another good exit point on a declining stock at the 200. Lately, since mid-June, it's formed a nice ascending pattern. Over the past week, it has had a bit of a downtrend. Could be a macro environment thing with rising interest rates around the world, giving people an alternative for that income. But overall, not a bad stock to look at. BCE, one of the most stable companies in telecommunications world. The next one we'll look at is Quebecor, mostly focused in the province of Quebec. I don't know a lot about the business side. I just really want to look at the money and the price action. So let's take a look. It's been down quite a bit from September of last year. If this was 31, we're now at 28, so not bad. Same kind of action in April, a steep rise up and a steep rise down. Good exit points there, and since then it's been, let's say, relatively flat with higher lows, which is a nice indication, somewhat like BCE. And again, the past week and a half, or at least mid August, it's been on a pretty steady downtrend, and today and yesterday closed below the 50-day moving average. So some red flags for that one. We'll look at Rogers here. Look, it's really the same kind of pattern we see in early April. Comes up, late April goes down. It actually hit a peak of $80, which, you know, knowing that it closed today at 56 and a half, big difference there. About a year ago, we were looking at a price of 64, and like I said, today we closed at 56. This one, compared to the previous two, it's been in a steady decline down. Not much, we can't really draw any horizontal lines of support here. It keeps breaking those horizontal support lines. This is quite turbulent stock. The next one we'll look at is Shaw Communications. It, of course, is the subject of the buyout from Rogers in the middle of that, and Quebecor is now in the middle of it. I won't go into the details of it. So you see, that's been going on for quite a while. I think it goes beyond the September timeframe, the 1 year timeframe that we're looking at. It does stay within a channel, a high of about 39 and a low of 33, 34. It has some pretty wild price movement. It didn't have that peak. It was already at its peak in mid-April here, but it did have a descent like the other ones, and it's been just hopping around. And I'm sure some of you may have some insight on that, but we're looking at some stability. It closed today at almost $34, and that seems to be the low end of its trading range for the past year. And the last one we'll look at today is Telus. In about a year ago, it's pretty much been at the same value for the past year. It had the same movement in April, and those good exit points at the 50-day, 100-day, and the 200 was recently about a month ago was able to go break above its 50-day moving average. It reached the peak here, a recent peak, and towards the end of August, and hit some resistance points, and it's on its way back down for the past week and a half or so. Very similar across the board recently, so watch out, be aware of what you're invested in. Again, this isn't financial advice, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please seek the advice of a professional.